Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Thursday morning. I hope a lot of y'all already replied about how much you enjoyed that highlight film we had on yesterday of the year 2008. Listen, the good news is we have 5 minutes left, and we're going to show the last 5 minutes tomorrow. But man, what a great flashback. I watched it a couple of times, and hard to believe those kids are that little and all. And we did catch a lot of fish that year, didn't we? So we're going to finish that up tomorrow. Maybe only bad thing about this, we just didn't do a lot of highlight films on all the years we've done it. I have no reason why. We just other than it was just an enormous amount of work. But Gail did a great job on that. So. Gail did that, right? Not you, Jeff. It was a Gail, okay. We'll give credit where credit's due. High today, 86, low 78, and water temperature is 82, and hopefully the rain is getting on out of here. Man, we have had some kind of rain this past week, last 7 or 8 days. Our Mountain Dew river readings, get out and do. Let's take a look at the Apalachicola Bluntstown. Folks, it's reading a 3.1 and still dropping out. Obviously, they're not getting the rain upriver like we're getting it downriver. The Choctaw at Caryville, of course, going up. It's right at 4.5 and getting on up there around 5 for the weekend, so it's going to be moving a little bit. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good, strong tides today on Thursday, July 30th. I have a high tide this morning and right now, really at 5:53, so sit around for about an hour, but then start going, and it's going to be low at 5:09. It's going out all day this morning or the next couple of hours. Going to be some really good fishing after it starts moving pretty strong. And remember, it's going to be some fresh water around too. I look at a base system in front of my house, and it's got a lot of sort of dirty water, all the mud and all from all the rain. Okay, our wind direction will be west-southwest at about 13. And it's going to be, it's not blowing that much yesterday, but it's going to start blowing today and tomorrow, sort of clearing on out of here. So just something we put up with, but I don't mind having a little bit of wind to dry out some of this wet dirt. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're going to look at some pictures now. I've got some funny ones and some real exciting ones. So we're going to start off with a funny one. Now, this was on the Panama City, this is on the Port St. Joe, Mexico Beach fishing page. And I just had to pull it up because this looks like maybe some of our viewers. I'm not going to call that in names, Billy or Benny or some of you guys that would do something like this, but that does look comfortable, don't it? I'm assuming it is fastened down. So that if you're going to spend a day on the river, that's a good way to do it. All right. A bit of grandson sent us this. Had some big blue cats, and the blue catfish have been biting good. We're going to talk about it on tomorrow's fishing report on Apalachicola. His grandson, Elaine Kaiser, with a small one here. Good job, Elaine. A big old smile on the face, and that is some good eating right there, folks. Those catfish are. All right. Now go ahead and put this on the calendar, save the date. This is the newsletter. This is going to be a beach cleanup. It's called Adopt a Beach Access, and this keep Panama City Beach beautiful. And we would do this and take the kids out picking it up. And the date's going to be September the 19th. And they're going to team up with Gulf World and the Marine Institute and just do some beach cleanup. So check that out if you want to get a group of people and do something good and healthy and get outdoors and do some things. That beach cleanup, September the 19th, and we'll certainly talk about it some more. Okay, Kenny Bostick sent this to me. He said, hey, Winston, a neighbor in College Point took this picture of lightning. The other day you mentioned a man being hit in a boat, and that is an amazing picture right there. Kenny, thank you for sharing that with us. And man, that's scary, isn't it? Good picture there. I'm always telling y'all, get a picture of Kelly Lowry catching this or doing this kind of stuff. I tell y'all he played ball over at FSU. Well, here's an action shot. I finally got an action shot. This is Lowry this is coming a Bobby Bowden quote. Now y'all know Bobby Bowden, when he says something, it's the truth. And he said, Lowry, quote, has more all-around talent than any quarterback we've had here. Now that's against LSU right there. Look at old Kelly. If that's not a compliment coming from Bobby Bowden about an all-around athlete, running and throwing the ball. So anyway, I just want to throw that in for my FSU buddies. Okay, we got a couple of pictures here. Levon, okay. Here, Bob Billsmo catching them here, but I think Levon, so look at Levon's fish. Isn't that bigger? Lighting by Levon, fishing by Levon, and driving a boat. Okay, good job, Levon. She's an outdoor lady. One of my former students, Shelby, took this picture the other day. We've had several days of these strong fronts coming in. It's just been, July's been just an amazing month as far as weather. It really has. And this was coming in out at the beach, and she was out there, and they got on out of there, but this is around Shell Island. I believe this might have been Sunday. That weather come in there Sunday or maybe Saturday, but anyway, Shelby Nazaruk. Go ahead and put this on your calendar. We've talked about this since I've started doing the show in 2006 or 5 or 4, whatever. Shark Week 2020. Here's the schedule. It's going to start August the 9th, and they're going to have all kind of, they're going to talk about, on that Monday, they're going to talk about a great white. And it's just the whole schedule of Shark Week. You can go online and pick it up August the 9th. And I know you saw news the other day where this lady was attacked and killed by a great white up in Maine. So they're still out there, folks, and they'll still eat you if you get out there around them. There's a good little email here. I want to, this is right here. I want to thank Steve Williams for sending this. Hey, Winston, I've been going through my grandpa's old tackle. That in itself speaks volumes. This is a Suda jig shrimp tail from Kennedy Baits in Freeport. It costs $1 whole. Check that out. Steve Williams up in the Funiac. Okay, I love going through old tackle. Then he sent another one too. He said this one is an Al Foss shimmy, and Al Foss died in 1949, 70 years ago. So I don't know how old it is. They kept making those, Steve, for a good while, and that is a well-done bait right there. That's called a lot of fish. They call it a shimmy, Al Foss, and he did he was remarkable up there around Indiana and all where he started, and he spread across the country. Thank you, Steve, for sharing that with us. Okay, let's go and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Just a couple more pictures, and we're going to get into this video we shot the other day. Here's my buddy Jerry Forehand. They spent time the last weekend of red snapper season. They went out to Mexico Beach, and they had a great day. Here's David Conrad, his fishing buddy. Now, isn't that a nice mess of fish right there for two guys fishing? It is really, that was just a good trip. Jerry, thanks for sharing that with us. We're going to get Jerry Forehand on the show because he's got some cool stuff to share with us and all. Okay, we're going to get set up for this video, and it's going to be exciting because what we do is about a box turtle. And Gail and I were down at Howard Creek over the weekend, and we got to where we always had the camera with us, and we didn't get to do any fishing. We did a lot of work, but we did have a little incident. So I think y'all going to enjoy this, and I'm going to talk about the box turtle. So Jeff, let's go ahead and run this video. Okay, yesterday I came down to my work camp in Howard Creek. It's supposed to be my fish camp, but it's my work camp a lot. And when I was going to mow and clean up, everything growing with all this rain we're having. Well, I first drove up over here to the left, in the middle of the yard was a box turtle. So, so I picked it up and brought it over here to my right, back here behind the camera, and put him over here by the fence. And so we just stay out of the way. So I had him over there. So anyway, so I started mowing. I got my mower out of my shed back there. Come here, started mowing, and I looked back up here, right here in the middle again. That box turtle was the same way, and he was going from our left to right. I was mowing to my right. I mean, he was right around, and I kept thinking, well, the mower's going to scare the turtle, and I kept going back and forth the mower. He just kept, or she just kept walking toward the camp house, and I was weird. So I finally stopped and got off my mower for the second time, and picked up the mama turtle and took her back over here to the right. Well, okay, so anyway, while I was mowing, I said, that's weird that turtle would be that brave. And this morning I got up, I've been, picking up stuff and weeds and everything. I got it this morning. And I saw something moving over here. I kept walking. I said, "What is that thing?" I kept getting up, and I was here admiring all this grass I cut. What a good lawnmower man I am. And I came over here, and it all came together. Why that mama turtle kept coming back over there, because she wanted to get her babies. This little baby turtle was coming from that area she was headed to, and she's trying to give her safety. Over there. I'm not going. All right, that's what it was. A baby box turtle. I'm gonna look around for some more. If you look up, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the. See that those logs over there? I'm gonna go ahead and put a turtle in the logs. It'll be protected. Well, that's a big old snake over there. But it'll be protected from the birds anyway. He's right here in the open. You see how he's slipping on? He's trying to slip on that leaf. I want to move him. I'm gonna pick him up and move him over there. I want him to get on over there naturally. Here's my hand. You see the size of him. Come on, buddy. Head over there. Get over there towards some shelter. You got to learn at a young age. You can't run with big turtles till you're big. I don't want to handle him. I don't want to give him any germs. He's headed that way. I'm gonna stay here with him till he gets over there. All right, welcome back. Let's take first a look at that fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 9:15 to 11:15 this morning and 9:44 to 11:44 tonight. Now, it's interesting to look at the tide chart and those fishing times, what's going on with nature. That's right as that tide starts moving really strong. And just as I was saying earlier, I didn't know what the fishing times were when I was telling you that, but I hope a lot of y'all have learned about that. And they told me you've learned that. I want to let's talk quickly about that video. Like I said, we got the place all cleaned up now, so maybe next trip down there we'll do some fishing. But that little baby turtle was out there, and like I explained on the video, I was trying to figure out what that mama turtle was doing. She almost like she was going around the mower. I'm mowing and she's trying to go around it. And as always, when I share something with you, I always like to look up more information. I guess that's the old teacher in me. But box turtles can live to be about 50 years old. They've documented some at 100, but the average age of a box turtle is 50 years. They're predators. Listen to predators: skunks, possums, raccoons, and dogs. That's their predator. And some birds and snakes, but for the most part, it's those. So human beings are not bad on. They don't. Nobody. None of us that I know of have ever messed with any turtles and things. They die. They sound like some of us boys back in when we were growing up. They'll eat anything they catch. Okay, mainly worms, insects, and some vegetation. So they're not really picky. They sort of like those worms and all, but insects. And they're not recommended as pets. Some turtles are, but the box turtles, they just say it's too stressful on the box turtles. And all those ones we used to get, and they're painted different colors and all, don't do that anymore. And how many eggs will lay? And I was surprised. They'll lay anywhere from 1 to 7, and only lay them once a year. They don't get the sea turtles coming in at the beach and all get all the glamour and all the pictures and all. The poor little box turtle don't ever get any recognition and all. So we're giving it some recognition. Okay. I want to say a special good morning to Charles and Ann Nunnery from Weewall. Okay, they're retired from. He's retired from co-op, and both of them are volunteer firefighters, and the first husband wife team in Weewall to do that. So good job on that. I know about him because Wendy was down over the weekend and met with some of her clients with Medicaid, that program and all, and she was able to with Medicare, and she was able to get with them and meet with them, and she had the nicest visit. She loves going to Weewall and visiting those folks down there. And I was going to show you, and she sent me a picture, and I always get a kick. She knows I love pictures like this. Here's their wall. Okay, here's their wall up there. Now, is that not an outdoor family right there? Look at those bugs. Well, I knew that wasn't taken down there in Gulf County. I just, Wendy, because we just don't have them that big here. And Wendy said one came out of Missouri and one came out of Colorado. And got the hat rack. We got to get you a Panhandle Outdoors cap, Charles, to hang up there on that one. But anyway, nice folks. Wendy had the best visit, and I appreciate you doing business with my daughter. I promise you can trust her, and she'll work hard for you. So anyway, good job on that. I also have some pictures of some tarpon. We'll show you that later. One of our viewers, Robbie Freed, sent me a little picture of a tarpon, and what had happened, the tarpon had gotten caught inside of in the marsh area. I mentioned the other day in a freshwater. When the hurricane came in, it washed all kind of fish up here, and what it does is every time a strong hurricane comes in, water level rises and the fish are just sort of blown in. Then the water goes down. They're trapped in areas. And he called me about it, and I checked with Travis, and Travis gave me Mike Norberg, the marine biologist who's been on Panhandle Outdoors. I got Mike's number for Robbie, and Robbie called him and talked to him about it. It's he said it's a fairly common occurrence in South Florida for that. So many canals are down there, so when the water rises, the tarpon and other fish, bonefish and all, will get caught in these ponds. So this is right here in the North Bay area. So and the tarpon about this big right now. They're going to try to catch them and get them out back into the salt water out of the marsh area. But it's going to be you got to be careful in handling them. Robbie, we didn't know. Robbie had a picture holding one, but they didn't know if it was legal or not. But you can hold if they're less than 40 inches, you're not supposed to take them out of the water. So Robbie looked that up for me, his son Austin, and that's the rule on it. So if you catch a tarpon 3 feet, you can still hold them. But over 40 inches, don't take them out of the water. But anyway, that's just interesting. And that was almost 2 years ago now, and those tarpon have gone from here to here and growing. But we need to get them out into the natural habitat they're in instead of being trapped in a pond, because sooner or later that pond's going to start getting low when we get these fall droughts and everything. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Now, another thing I want to share with you, this is we talked about ICAST, and we always go to ICAST. Most of the time we go to ICAST Tackle Show down there in Orlando. biggest tackle show in the world. And we've talked about it. I mean, down there with the camera, taking all kind of pictures. Well, this year they did it virtually. They did a virtual tour of the different things. But one of the highlights, we were there at least 3 to 4 days, and because it's so big. But one of the things I always look forward to share with you is the category Best of Show, in all different categories: Best of Show in apparel, Best of Show in shoes, Best of Show in rods and in reels and all. So they did it virtually, and I didn't really get into it virtually, but I did wait till the show was over, and then I went back and looked some different things up. So it was interesting how they picked them, and I would love to have handled that reel and looked at that rod and all. So next year, hopefully things will be back to normal, and we'll be able to get back in there and actually spend some time with you. I've made a list of different things to show you. I'm not going to be able to cover all of them. I just show a couple today, maybe a couple tomorrow. But the Best of Show, and that's done by Panhandle, and supposedly they're not influenced by the tackle companies and all, because all the big companies are there, and everybody's pretty fair about it. And so, anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple. Let's just start off right here on this one here. Wait, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you my favorite picture in a good while, okay? Let's go back and look at this picture right here. Because when Wendy came down, she brought Whitney. And look who got on our dock and did some fishing. She said, "Granddad, I want to go fishing." So we went fishing. And I caught her some bait and everything. And now, that's just precious to me. And guess what? There she is, that big old smile. She caught a nice catfish. We didn't fish long, but we just the two of us sitting on the end of the dock, just like we did when she was a little girl. And she's just so happy and healthy as she can be, and she's still has that type 1 diabetes, but you never would know it unless you knew about it when she first got it. But you're happy and healthy, and I just thank the Lord for having Whitney with us this past weekend. So let's end the show with that, okay? That's a good way to end. And thank y'all for watching the show. We appreciate you watching. Do something good today for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.